Everybody, welcome to the top 5. We're talking the anime.
Oh my god.
Alright, everybody, welcome to the top 5 with Team Absolution. This is what we talk about: top 5s, worst 5s, all these 5s. Too many 5s.
So many 5s.
Can you count multiples of 5s? Let's get started. This time, whereas you know, most of the time we do, we don't actually like say this is our list. This time you might see a little bit of that. So, but if you disagree, then we're going to get the comments, right?
There's only 5 seasons.
Exactly. So, we are doing the top 5 seasons of Vanguard, including G, from 5 to 1. Okay? 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, as we think. So, we're going to talk. I'm joined with, of course, Doombringer.
Well met.
And Jank.
Voilà.
So, let's start with number 5. What I consider to be the worst season of Vanguard.
And I would
Bar none. Let's take the 3 best clans of the game, eliminate them, and make a new clan that's basically the dregs of the survive.
It's not even bad. Like, it's not even. So,
Limit Break, or what else it was called, right?
It was Asia Circuit Hen.
Asia Circuit. Season 2, for those of you.
It was pretty bad. Let's
Not
do
a
it
fan.
again.
Okay.
Not a fan.
So here's my main gripe. You spend a whole season building up IG to finally use an MOB. He uses for one fight. And then they're gone for it. Like, you build a whole season, you know, IG and Blaster Blade and IG and Blaster Blade, and finally get MOB with Blaster Dark, and then my arc is complete, I have this super awesome deck, and then I lose to Garmore and lose everything, have to start over with freaking Gold Paladins and Takai using freaking Thunder Dragons, and I don't know what happened to the Cool Overlord.
Especially when the cards we got were not. They switched the release dates around on us, and the cards we actually got with that season were, here's the first 2 sets, here's set 6. We tried to beat MLB and we failed, but now at least you're beating Alfred. Like, the sets that came with us, no one had a chance to identify with any of the cards in America.
Right.
And in Japan, the cards were poop in comparison to Dotei and MLB. And then, also, just the season wasn't that great. Like, we had Psyqualia, it wasn't good Psyqualia. Like, they tried to bring back the good parts of Season 1 and then keep going, and yeah, we're super happy that Aichi won the whole thing at the end. Yay! It didn't matter.
And Kai, you know, finally gets another cross ride. Finally gets to use it and lose it again.
It wasn't
Except the president, that Kai can't use cross rights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, my main gripe was that, you know, he wins at the end. The only good part at the end is when, you know, he gets the Royal Paladins back, and then just like, we're back, and IG's like, yeah, but I gotta stay with the golds. He's like,
oh yeah, we're golds up.
but why? He's like, okay, we'll be golds too. And, like,
And then the Dark Ages began.
So, number 4 has a lot more character development, but lacks a lot of sustenance in terms of like why we watch the show, which is to see fights. Vanguard G is getting better, and
So
you
it
know,
didn't start out that
and
way.
we put a asterisk here because we don't know how it'll end. But as of now, it's definitely the number 4 slot.
Yeah, definitely.
So
100%.
Okay. Vanguard G. You know, when they first started Vanguard, I liked it because it was a card game anime that did not
card
take
games.
that first it wasn't about card games. Second, it did not take itself very seriously.
Yeah.
Like the beach episode was freaking hilarious in the
Yeah.
season 1 when they spent a whole day practicing freaking drive checks in the sand.
I mean, I also really appreciate about the anime that it was a card game anime. There's no, like, it's not Kaijudo where it's not about card games, but there is a card game. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Where card games decide the fate of the world yet. I mean, eventually, yeah, it became that way, at least.
But it was cool.
It was cool to be like, oh, let's go to regionals. This is what we were doing. We're like, look at this cool new card game. I learned this card game. I'm gonna go to regionals. Oh,
And they
I did bad.
lost.
And we lost.
And they lost.
They lost. That was an important thing.
It was
that I
an
liked
easy
about it.
identify. We could identify with season 1.
Yes.
G is just like, why am I watching this?
Also, the player picks up a deck and just starts wrecking everyone.
I wish it could be that good.
Including the character who is like one of the best players in the world. Kamui is one of the best Nova players in the world. And is getting wrecked by this kid.
Bro, if I could just grab a magic that I read Patrick Shapian, I would be making millions.
So, Season 4, you still got a lot to go.
Also, no fights. Vanguard was
fights.
cool because it stuck to the rules of the game most of the time. Sometimes the writers have a little thing, but mostly, it stayed true to the game. It was the game. Then we just have to care about Color Jet doing things and blowing up stuff.
And double crits. We always assumed every game ended with double crits.
We had no idea. Okay,
He went from 3 to 6, and I was like, gotta be double crits.
We won every game.
So, moving forward, one of my, getting into the top 3, one of my favorite seasons, but I liked Legion Hen, or the Legion Mate. It was a really good arc. We got to see Kai as a main character for most of it.
All the Kai Aichi ships sailed that day when he was like, I'm seeking for my man, like, bro, hey, it's legal now in the US, but he was like, there's no subtext here, it's just text.
Yeah, I mean, Think Save a Dragon. I really like the entire. The opening was nuts. Also, that's why I didn't like season 2. I hate season 2's opening.
Also, you're gonna hear me say this again later. Evil Aichi is best Aichi.
Evil Aichi is best Aichi.
And this time we didn't see a whole lot of Aichi, but boy was he Evil Aichi.
It felt nice.
Oh man. Also, Kai just taking a level in badass and going, heel trigger, no!
Well, the thing is, he had to, because in the beginning he was such a punk. In the beginning, he was like, I'm just gonna lose with one of the best cards ever made in the game.
How did you lose with Think Save a
But that's because he only had one Black and White Seeker.
By the way, if you ever build a deck out of the manga or the anime, no. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So,
Has one Blessed Blade Seeker deck, always draws it.
that's Legion Hen. We liked it. Number 2, the original season 1. And I think we've talked about it a lot here. When Kai wrote Dote the first time, I think I cried a little. We can gush about this. I mean, season 1, like you said, in the beginning it was real life. It was just us singing in the shop, playing games.
And the opening said, there are many card games in this world. But right now, the most popular one is Card Fight Vanguard. I'm like, that's the game I'm playing! And, I mean, I don't mind this shameless advertising. What's that card? It came in the new set, Demonic Lord Invasion. And I'm like, okay, Bushiro, take your time. Put the little Apple computer right there just to get paid.
By the way, this is the reason that Card Fight Vanguard cannot be shown in the US.
In the US channel.
In the US channels.
Yeah. So, but good.
Bro, and it also had very, very touching moments. Did you ever see the Misaki episode where she has perfect memory? And it turns out that everyone's like, oh, Misaki, this is also she remembers the dire parents' time. Like, bro.
That's not so great.
Bro.
Everybody could identify with season 1, and then we had Evil Aichi, and they were just like, oh, now we're in this. Yeah, Evil Aichi.
Evil Run, too, and Evil Run was fantastic.
Evil Run was
I don't care about any of you, peasants.
Pretty much.
It was freaking brutal. And then when Aichi went, Evil Aichi.
Evil Aichi is best Aichi. I'm saying it again.
Oh man, I will beat you with this card.
That was gold.
That card was poop too.
I didn't play any of it. You best believe
Hey man, they also made odd deck decisions, and it was pretty funny when we saw Bar in a Tachikaze deck. Because we did that in, I think it's episode 2, because Tachikaze had enough cards to make a deck.
I kind of needed it. And Morikawa was hilarious back then.
But Morikawa decks. I have a grade 3! Oopsie.
Alright.
Number 1. To me, the best season in Vanguard, number 2, number 1, they kind of debate. But number 1, season 3, Link Joker.
Evil Kai is best Kai.
Because they brought the season, because like you were saying, this wasn't just what you related to. This was just just take it to the extremes. I'm gonna beat you, and then you're gonna be super cool and evil, and it was great. It was like everyone got betrayed, and it was awesome.
Oh man.
Also, there's one thing I really enjoy about this is they took the transition to saving the world really slowly. You want to be an exciting card game anime? Throw in something about the world ending, and if you don't do X, then the world blows up. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of just jumped into that, I gotta do this thing, or the world blows up, and I'm an ancient Egyptian pharaoh, and everything is terrible. They did that kind of slowly in Vanguard, where it's first time I want to win nationals. We're having this big world tournament, but there's some crazy space stuff going on, and I have secret powers from this other planet where the units are real. They really just alluded to the whole world stuff, and then Season 3 brought it in and it's like, this is real life. This is worldwide. Save this place.
Oh man. Also,
your friend is evil. Like, get on that.
fact-
And he was murdering everyone.
Oh, yeah.
the fact that Reverse
Coming
also
to America,
got-
starring Kai Toshiki.
that the reverse actually affected the units too was super sweet
Yes.
because it made us realize that the thing was not only real, but it was also corrupting units back in Ukraine.
Yeah.
So we got like
The implications were palpable.
the implications were like evil Nagisa, evil Reka. We got evil Suiko, which was the most disappointing thing ever.
Oh.
We got evil
Corin.
evil Corin.
Oh, evil Corin.
Evil Dayusha.
Evil Kote.
Evil Kote.
Oh, evil
with
Kote
the Emperor.
Evil, man.
And
That guy does his best in everything.
Evil Kote was clutch. Evil random great nature guy. We got him too.
Miwa. Evil Miwa.
The Lord Savior, fallen.
Kai, just, and the fact that everything banked on, which made it to me great, is like everyone was just like, oh, Kai's just evil, like, we're gonna turn him around, it's gonna be great. And at the end, like, Kai's just like, nah, I knew what I was doing the whole time.
I wanted power.
I wanted power, and
That's
this was I wanted to be the best, and this was the way to be I was like,
I just love how Kai was like, you know what? CVD is cool, but I'm gonna make my own reverse unit. That's not even a reverse, a reverse.
And then
Yeah.
promptly loses.
yeah. Well, wins first. He beats
Wow,
Ren.
yeah.
Finally gets that revenge on Ren.
Also,
After the triple heal wasn't there.
the only good thing in G, I think, that I say, yes, this is great thing about this version, is that Miwa wins at life.
Yeah, he does. We know
Miwa,
why.
at the end of Long Joker, and as we confirm in G, marries Miss Saki, and he wins.
The end of Legion Mate, not the end of
Oh, sorry, yeah, but he wins.
He wins in life.
Everyone was just like, you know, this guy's kind of goofy, and then Evil Will was like, oh no, this guy's actually good at this game, and he's just a goofy bastard because he...
Yeah.
To count it on
Oh, yeah, and then it was like, who do you think plays against Kai?
Kai all the time.
Like, surprise! Surprise it was me. So that's the top 5 seasons of Vanguard. But as an addition, we're going to do our favorite top 5 fights.
More
from the
top
anime.
5.
So, these are just fights. So, granted, there's a lot of fights in the series, a lot of favorites to people.
You will notice there's not a single G in one of these. I wonder why.
So, I'm going to start with the number 1 that we got here. The Great Dayusha fight with the special rules. This is what he used in the games. I think Ren.
It was Ren.
Ren with Reiji.
Yeah, it was Ren with Reiji.
It was Reiji, and they were playing with special rules or something. But he rides Great Dayusha. Oh man, this was the most clutch thing in the planet.
You could always hear the Go-Go Power Ranger song.
Go
Power Rangers! It was Gareto Dayusha!
Okay, number 2. Aichi versus Spike Brothers guy.
What do you mean this isn't the best fight?
I'm going to beat you with this card.
With this card. Young Pegasus Knight.
I'm also going to realize that I have double stand on top of my deck. The order was given, it was foreseen.
Oh, we just love it because the first time we see Dark Aichi in this full darkness.
And he just destroys this man so much it becomes crazy.
Yes. Murder is murder.
I feel when you beat somebody in a card game and they get fired.
So, next, Kai versus Gaillard. Not the first time, not the second time, but the third time. Wait, was it the third time?
I think it was the third time.
Maybe it was the second time. I don't know. But the
last time.
where Miwa was like, yo, bro, how would you drop them Royal Paladins? You take this nice deck I made you, and you go wreck them. And he goes, 1, 2, burn you for damage. The quality of that fight was amazing. The face of Kai coming back to himself was amazing. And the heal trigger that could never be checked was there. Oh, that was great. I think we all agree, right? Beautiful fight.
Alright.
So, next, Season 1 finale, Aichi versus Ren. 3-parter. Not that many 3-parter fights.
Psyqualia.
No, good Psyqualia on Psyqualia. Not that great nature crap. The good stuff from the beginning.
It was so clutch.
And then MLB just going, oh no, I'm Blaster Dog too, so I'm gonna take away your Psyqualia and kill you.
The power of compromise. A good lesson.
Which was an anime-only thing. In the manga, he chooses light and gets Exco the blaster.
Yeah.
Which, does things with light and stuff.
So, in our last one, Kai vs. Aichi, the season 3 finale.
Ooh.
The Rebirth versus Monarch Alfred. Solid fight to the end. The theme that played near the end, Kai basically insinuated he's gonna kill himself after he wins. Everything about this fight was just clutch.
I just hope Monarch Alpha was actually the recording turned out to be.
Yeah, me too. Trust me, I wish that. So,
Jose,
that's our top 5.
He loves Alfred a lot.
Seasons of VG. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you here next time in Team Absolution.
Bye.